You got a text from them today. Maybe it made you smile. Maybe it made you feel guilty. Maybe it made you feel like you were finally being seen. Or maybe it left you feeling vaguely uncomfortable without knowing why. What if I told you that a covert narcissist does not need to be in the same room as you to manipulate you? What if the manipulation is in the messages? Today, we are going to decode 5 specific types of texts that covert narcissists send. The ones that feel almost normal on the surface, but are quietly doing something far more calculated beneath it. These are not the obvious texts. These are not the aggressive ones. These are the subtle ones. The ones that leave you confused rather than hurt. The ones that make you question yourself instead of them. Because that is exactly what they are designed to do. Before we begin, I want you to do something. Think of a person. Someone who has left you feeling a little off balance after a conversation. Someone whose messages you find yourself rereading, looking for meaning. Someone who has made you feel seen and unsettled at the same time. Hold that person in mind as we go through these 5 texts. The first text is what I call the non-answer answer. You ask a direct question. Something clear. Something that deserves a clear response. And what you get back is a pivot, a deflection, a reply that technically addresses your words, but answers nothing you actually asked. You might text, "Are we okay? You have seemed distant lately." And they reply, "I have just had a lot on my mind. You know how stressed I get." Notice what happened. Your concern, your legitimate question about the relationship, was quietly redirected into their experience. Now you are asking about them. Now you are reassuring them. And your original question was never answered. This is not an accident. Covert narcissists avoid accountability with extraordinary skill. A direct answer creates a record. A direct answer could be challenged. So instead, they give you something that sounds like a response, but functions as an escape. If you find yourself regularly leaving conversations with your questions still unanswered, that pattern is worth examining. The second text is the guilt delivery system. This one is subtle enough that most people miss it entirely. It does not look like guilt tripping. It looks like honesty. It looks like vulnerability. It sounds like someone sharing their feelings. But watch what it does to you. "I just feel like I am always the one putting in the effort. I saw your post. I did not realize you had time for that, but not for me. It is fine. I am used to being forgotten." These messages are engineered to produce a very specific emotional response in you. Urgency, guilt, and the immediate need to correct the record. To prove that you care. To apologize for something you are not even sure you did wrong. Healthy people express hurt differently. They might say, "I felt hurt when this happened. Can we talk about it?" They name the feeling. They open a conversation. They invite connection. A covert narcissist does not invite connection. They deliver an emotional verdict and wait for you to sentence yourself. If you regularly walk away from their messages feeling like you have failed them, you need to ask yourself, is that a reasonable conclusion based on what actually happened? Or is that a feeling that was placed inside you, deliberately? The third text is the Love Bomb Reboot. You have had a difficult conversation. Things became tense. They may have pulled away, gone quiet, become cold. And just when you have started to settle into the discomfort, they message you. And the message is warm, tender, almost overwhelming. "I have been thinking about you all day. No one has ever understood me the way you do. I do not know what I would do without you." Your nervous system responds immediately. Relief floods in. The tension dissolves. You feel close to them again, closer even than before the rupture. And you tell yourself, "See, this is the real them. This is what the relationship actually is." But here is what is really happening. That warm message did not arrive because they missed you. It arrived because the distance was no longer serving them. Because your silence was making them uncomfortable. Because they needed to reestablish the connection, not for your sake, but for theirs. The Love Bomb Reboot is not an apology. It is a reset button. And the cruel irony is that it works. Every single time. Because you are not weak for responding to it. You are human. You are responding to warmth after coldness, which is exactly what any person would do. But the pattern itself, rupture, withdrawal, overwhelming warmth, relief, is not love. It is a cycle. And every time it completes, it pulls you a little deeper in. The fourth text is the subtle comparison. This one is particularly insidious because it often sounds like a compliment. "My ex would never have done what you did for me. Everyone else I have ever been with was so difficult. You are different. I have never opened up to anyone the way I open up to you." These messages feel extraordinary. They feel like proof that you are special, that you have reached a part of them no one else could reach. that the relationship is uniquely meaningful. And that feeling is the point. Covert narcissists use comparison to create a sense of elevated status in you, a feeling that you have earned a position above everyone else in their world. This feeling creates loyalty. It creates the need to protect and preserve that status. It makes you work harder to stay in their good graces. And it sets a quiet trap, because if you can be elevated above others, you can be lowered back down. And the moment you disappoint them, the comparison reverses. Suddenly you are like everyone else. Suddenly others were more understanding. Suddenly you are the difficult one. The comparison was never about honoring you. It was about positioning you. The fifth text is the manufactured crisis. You're having a normal day. Things between you have been calm. And then, a message arrives that changes the temperature of everything. I do not feel like you actually want to be here. Something feels off between us, and I do not know how to explain it. I think we need to talk. Something is not right. Immediately, your attention narrows. Your body tenses. The good day evaporates. Everything becomes about this, about the relationship, about them, about what you may have done wrong. You find yourself scanning back through your recent words and actions, looking for what you missed. And here is what you will almost always find: nothing. Nothing that actually justifies the crisis. Because the crisis was not triggered by anything you did. It was triggered by the fact that you were calm, that you were comfortable, that your focus had drifted away from them. A covert narcissist does not tolerate invisibility. When the emotional temperature drops, when you stop circling around them, they know how to bring the heat back. A manufactured crisis puts you immediately back in a state of anxiety and hypervigilance, which puts them back at the center of your attention. And when you inevitably say, "What is wrong? Tell me. I am here," they have exactly what they wanted. Now I want to say something important. Reading a single text and seeing one of these patterns does not mean someone is a covert narcissist. People can send a deflecting message when they are genuinely overwhelmed. People can express hurt clumsily without manipulative intent. Context matters. What matters is pattern. It is not one text. It is the texture of the entire communication. It is how you feel after most of your exchanges. It is whether your questions get answered. It is whether your needs get space. It is whether you regularly feel confused, guilty, or like you are failing someone when you have not actually done anything wrong. Your feelings are data. If reading through these 5 texts felt uncomfortably familiar, that discomfort is worth sitting with. Not to build a case against anyone, but to get honest with yourself about how the communication in your life is actually making you feel. Because you deserve conversations that leave you feeling seen, not strategies that leave you feeling small. And if you are only just starting to recognize these patterns, if this is the first time you have given yourself permission to name what has been happening, I want you to know something. Seeing it clearly is not the end of something good. It is the beginning of something honest. That clarity is yours. It cannot be taken back. And it is the first step towards something better,